Okay, yeah, welcome to the inaugural episode of the Bobzee Hour. You may think, haven't you just rebranded the Bobzee show and limited yourself to go into 1 hour? Well, in a way, yes, but we are doing things slightly different tonight. I am conscious that last week I did say I was going to try and do an open lines, and while I'm not completely ruling that out this time, yeah, it will have to probably actually be something we do on another episode. Actually, please bear with me 1 second while I just check audio is playing back alright. Yeah, seems to be playing okay. Right, of course, Bobzee shows I try and limit to 30 minutes, whereas these will give ourselves an hour. Sunday nights are always going to be, well, they go on for as long as we need. Of course, I could just call it the Bobzee Hour Overrun, whereas previously I felt the need to give every episode a kind of a title and a thumbnail and let people know what the subject of the stream will be about. I'm going to just kind of try and call this the Bobzee Hour and maybe put afterwards if there's any subjects of relevance. Like tonight I was thinking of calling it Fabricated Fear, because one of the main subjects we're going to look at is, well, I happened upon a tweet, and yeah, to see it, actually we're going to try and watch it tonight, although they may then say that it may restrict who can watch this video by age restriction, because they might consider it violent. It's got violent footage, and while initially it does look like very violent footage, it's I think something else could be going on. We'll see what you think in a minute. Anyone wants to say hi in the live chat? It's always good to know you're there. As always, there is a very easy way to support this channel before you leave this evening. If anyone wants to hit the thumbs up button, then that is always appreciated. Sharing and subscribing is also something I can highly recommend you guys do. Right, we'll have a look at the... Oh, and also I would like to just show my thanks to Linda Mac and Skeptic936 for showing me some support. There are links in the description of other places you can find my content. Also, PayPal links are available on request. And yes, QR code on screen now. Okay, I'm going to share my display and I'm going to show you this tweet I came across. Let's see. As I said, I'm reluctant to play it all the way through because it could appear kind of like violent footage. Right, it comes from David Vance. No idea who this is. 193,000 followers, and this video has been watched 1.4 million times. Certainly something that has been given a good bit of promotion. Strange though. David, right, let's see how David presents it. I know the only way I would present this tweet on Twitter is to say, hang on a minute. Let's just, the only way I present this would be, hang on, let me just line up my display so you can see it a bit better. I'll try and zoom in a bit. Right, why would anyone behave like this? It's feral behaviour and raises questions about how such individuals was brought up. We can all disagree with each other, but wanton violence is never acceptable. Yeah, completely agree, David, but don't be too sure that wanton violence is what we're seeing here. We are going to slow this down. In fact, I'm going to try my best to stop it. Let me just check you're hearing the audio that's coming through. Bear with... hang on.
Yeah.
Yes, look. Oh, I want to stop that before he does it. It looks like you have got the audio. In fact, I'm just going to play that now, make sure. Yeah. Yeah, actually, we will be able to watch this slowed down. I'm not sure if I... Let's see, can I get it to... Can I scroll it across? Because we see what he does. Now, look, you know what's coming next. Yeah, I hope you can see what's happening there. He's just swung his arm. And hopefully we can skip over... Don't worry, we will be looking at the impact. I'm just reluctant to play it all in one go. Yeah, look at this person. They're holding a drink, okay? Just remember, they're holding a drink. Looks absolutely awful, I agree. Initial thoughts watching that? Horrific. But as always, things are never as they seem. First of all, you have to look... I notice quite often with scenes that are filmed in public with lots of people around that, well, firstly, well, yeah, they always seem to... Firstly, let's take a moment to appreciate just how terrible quality this video is. These people, whoever's filming this, would probably have had to work quite hard to find a video with such a terrible camera, a phone, you know, let's assume they're using a phone with such a terrible camera. You know, you can go and buy the most basic phones, and they're great for some people, they've got their uses. Yeah, often been tempted to do away with smartphones myself and just make do with a dumb phone. But yeah, you know, you can get the very basic ones. Well, I don't know, they pretty much give them away free with a £10 top up, and then one level up from that you might get one with a camera with, you know, the most poor quality camera you can get. Now think how terrible the quality is on those cameras. Roll it back 10 generations, 10 years ago, maybe the quality of those video cameras would match what we see on this. 144p, even the most basic video recorders record at 360p now. Anyway, so we've just seen this black guy, Afro-Caribbean gentleman, I should say. What was it he actually said? Let's watch it with a bit of audio once more. All we see is arguing. I will point out, as I said, the people in the red, I don't know if I mentioned the people in the red. If I didn't, I certainly should have done. They're everywhere. They're forming like a barrier from anyone actually entering this area. That's assuming it's not all just done on a green screen. If this is done in a real park, then you'll notice how many people are in this small area, whereas the rest of the park looks pretty deserted. Everyone's decided to gather up on this sort of concrete, sandy seating area. And that, yeah, they're surrounded by red jackets. Let's try and hear what is said. So he knows he's on camera. I suppose he can think, oh, it's such a rubbish camera. No one can see. No one will be able to tell my identity. Look how skinny his legs are. That doesn't look right, surely. Hang on. Hang on. We cannot let that pass, can we? We can take... Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to take it. Yeah. I like to get ones. This is for my scrapbook collection. Anytime I see something from mainstream media that just looks darn right weird, I like to save it for the scrapbook. And yeah, that one is right up there. So we haven't actually heard any banter, a particular much, you know, back and forth between this man, who it appears is having an argument with this person sat here. Tell me something about this person. Well, see if you notice it as well. I know the focus is on this guy and even these bright, you know, people in the brightly coloured red jackets, but yeah, there is a more interesting or more curious thing going on in this video than just what he's about to do. Right. The lady in green, she is about to get walloped in the face. Notice one thing from the very start of this video. Has she said a word? Let's play it back a minute. Do we see her say anything to the guy? No. She is absolutely motionless. I don't know if you can see that. Absolutely motionless. Still hasn't moved a muscle, hasn't uttered a single word. Just stays in this stationary position. Right. Yeah. She sees him charge up. Still hasn't moved a muscle. Still hasn't done anything, said anything. Tried to move. Nope, not at all. And still hasn't even flinched. His arms just come back. Even at this point, you know, just watching it, I kind of almost involuntarily flinched because a punch is about to be thrown. Not this woman. Absolutely stationary. Right up until impact. Absolutely stationary. At which point, I mean, at this point, at least this hand holding this drink would have come up. This very kind of strange, thin-looking arm. And her legs are way over chunky, by the way. And then at this point, yeah, we are going to have a close-up. As I said, the picture quality is appalling on this video. But one thing you do see is a bit of glitching on the screen right on impact. At first I thought, is it somebody? Then they just sort of duck their head out the way just as he comes round. But you do kind of see some impact. As we will have a look shortly. We'll watch this in slow motion. Alright, if it censors my video and means that it can only be watched by people who are signed in, then so be it. But yeah, look at this hand. I mean, obviously, when you move very fast, you do get motion blur. I mean, his hand's pretty much vanished from this point. Oh, here it is, okay. Still, that woman is stationary AF. Stationary AF. At this point, his arms become very blocky. Again, we will watch it back at slow motion. And a big block has just, a black square has just appeared where the woman's face was, impact-wise. Right, now, if you're in a park like this and you see someone get thumped, you react, don't you? You don't stand there and just carry on about your business. Oh, look, that woman just got clubbed over by that gang of kids. Gonna do anything? No, we'll just sit here and carry on our conversation. Look at them. Nothing happens. No reaction, nothing. Some people have glanced over. This, I think it's a woman, sat right next to him. Turned around, but nothing. And now, by the way, is this a man or a woman? I assumed it was meant to be a woman. But we get a close-up of the face, and as I said, yeah, just like the rest of this video, very bizarre. Here are the parameter of people, making sure no one comes into this area. This is a close set. Now, I agree, that's horrific. In reality, to see a guy do something like that or to see anyone do something like that to an elderly appearing person who's just sat there stationary, not moving a muscle or saying a word. It would be horrible, but yeah, this isn't quite as it seems, I'm confident. So you've got these people blocking the path, so any passers-by would do something. I mean, any passers-by in the area. All seems pretty well blocked off, and now this guy speaks to the camera.
Listen, this is what goes on in the park out here. Fuck your life. Yeah, listen. This bitch got me fucked up, so I ain't gonna smack it. Look, this what happens when you say.
Look at this person now, man or woman. You would assume it's a woman because of the chest, okay?
I ain't gonna smack it.
Look at this thing.
So any of you bitches.
It's like, look at those teeth, by the way. That look real to you? Look how high up his teeth are. As I said, rubbish picture quality from start to finish. Having committed this crime, which, to be honest, the punch could have knocked her out, I guess. But out cold like this?
You bitches, fucking that stupid shit, get smacked and knocked the fuck out like that. I don't play like that. This bitch slump.
Still stationary, by the way. This person with the key, with some sort of keychain around their neck, dodging it.
Life. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. Look what's going on with his feet here as well. The image appears to have doubled. Now, yeah, it's a rubbish camera taking this. It's a rubbish camera taking this, but that does not mean that. That does not mean that your foot suddenly appears in two places at once. What's going on with that? They look like hoofs as well, like horses' feet or something. Bloody weird. That is one for the Scrappy as well. Let's see, I'll save that one. And yeah, we will just have a quick look at the moment of impact. Oh, greetings to Susan Byrne. Just dropping in for a while. Moving, so busy, but I'll keep dropping in when I can. I appreciate that, Susan. I hope you're enjoying this stream tonight of what you can watch of it. And I hope, well, moving can always be stressful, so you have my sympathies. Hang on, we're going to... I hope you're moving somewhere for the better. If you know what I mean. Right, where's our vid? Ooh. Here it is again. Right, now with this, we're going to zoom in just to the moment of impact. Yeah, I appreciate this isn't a pleasant thing to watch for many people. But you cannot, for 1 second, let them fool you. Let them think, oh, this is too disturbing. Right, we are really going to zoom in to a close-up. And yeah, if the picture quality wasn't bad enough, then wait till you see this. Oh. Right, I believe I can slow it down. Oh, we're already playing, are we? Okay, we'll watch it from here. Oh, too soon. Okay, see what I mean about not moving? The arm absolutely... Here, yeah, you get all sorts of glitching on the screen at this point. Right, I'll bring the video back up to full size if we can. Yeah, I think this video is full of it myself. Curious to know what you think. Now you might think, what would be the purpose of fabricating a kind of such a horrific, horrible video? Let's see what the tweet tells us. I mean, are people silly enough to film themselves doing that though? Whacking someone and then coming straight up to the camera and just bragging about it? I personally do not think so. And it is the way he acts, the moves he makes just beforehand, all designed to be as disturbing and offensive as possible. This is certainly developed with the intention of angering people, freaking them out, making them fear going out. But yeah, this for me, I would say color coded. All the people in red are members of the crew. Hang on, can we watch it without the audio on? Right, I think we've got it on slow motion. Yeah, they're just all placed intermittently. If this is some sort of gang and the gang colours are a red jacket, then Why's he got black on? I can't get over his feet. I'm not sure what's wrong with his feet in these images. They're just like big triangles. Perhaps he's on tiptoes. I'm not sure, but they look like hoofs, or certainly one of them does anyway. Those shoes are far too big for his feet, I can tell you that. Maybe that's so. Look at his legs though. And look how they just glitched out. I don't know if you could see the leg just glitching out in that point. Right, I'll try and zoom. Oh goodness, I'll try and zoom in on it for 1 second. Yeah, we will also be having a follow-up look at, what was that lady's name? Nicola Bulley. I'm not sure if you've been following that one. That's the story we're going to look at next. If anyone's got anything to suggest, always happy to hear it. Fish out of water. Sorry if my message is unpopular, but until we tell the truth, nothing will change. Fish out of water, what is your message? I've been there. I've shared unpopular messages. People don't want to hear it said that something that they've invested so much emotion into. I mean, say if you saw this video, sickened, you know, quite rightly sickened by it. Who wouldn't be sickened by such a piece of footage? Whether it's, you know, whether it's dramatized, whether it's just using a mannequin overlaid with overlaid with their CGI, which seems to give you very blocky square legs for some reason. Don't know why. Right, let's try and... Ooh. Right, we'll center that video back up again. I mean, if anyone is really offended by watching this, then while I understand, I gotta say, it's time to be uncomfortable with this rubbish. If this is something you hold to be in any way true, then I would encourage you to get a reality check, because this isn't reality. Some kid, all surrounded by people in red jackets. The rest, maybe some of them are stuck, you know, CGI'd in. Maybe some of them are just people that turn up for this event. But this is, in my opinion, a closed set. Not even a car on the road going past outside. Let's see, maybe it'll prove me wrong and we'll see a car now, but... As I say, never moves a muscle. And this person filming this, bear in mind, he's using a phone. When people are filming, how jumpy it is. Unless it's got some very good image stabilization on it. Well, if this guy's phone or camera, whatever he's using, has got image stabilization, then it would certainly have a better recording. It would have much better recording quality than what we see here. I mean, it's so bad that it appears that his legs are blurred out at the bottom. Weird stuff. But look how still this woman is perfectly in shot. I feel we should line her up so you can see just how still this guy keeps the camera until the last minute. Oh, I don't know if I could put anything on screen. Just try. Alright, we'll crop the video, okay? And you will see that the camera is stuck on her still. Doesn't wobble, doesn't shake, nothing. Perfect. This guy's managing... Okay, bit of movement now. Oh, we were too far. But during the actual whack, see how... It was either on a tripod or he has a very steady hand. Because normally when people film stuff with their phone, it shakes around all over the place. Especially if it's such a rubbish camera that it records videos in this quality. Right, Susan says, keep your eye on protests on Saturday in Newquay about the immigrants in hotels. The anti-protesters are going to be there. Yet, I guess the anti-protesters are they're there to tell the story. I know exactly who you mean. Yeah, well, I'll be back Sunday. Do you know what? Why do they always put their protests on Saturdays? It's such a pointless time. I mean, yeah, the people that they are trying to affect, the people they're trying to disrupt and speak to, they don't care if you're gathering anywhere on a Saturday. That's their time. They want you people in the city. They want you out the way so that they can enjoy nice areas of the world. Of course, Saturdays you should be observing the day of rest. I'm sorry, I have to say it every episode. And I'm proud to say it every episode. You should be observing the Sabbath day without a doubt. I will, Susan. We'll have a look at these immigration protests. In a way, I think a lot of them were wound up by Coronation Street, the soap. I mean, other mainstream media, as they did a big thing about protests. And again, with the anti-protest brigade, you'll always get everyone wearing black, like this guy, and a few people in red. In fact, we could have a look now, random protest. Let's just see what we come up with. We'll share our display and do a search for... Right, I'm going to put a link to this tweet, actually, if anyone wants to see it for themselves and share their opinion. Copy link to tweet. We'll have a look at some of the responses to this in a minute. Right. Link to video on... Right, okay, there you can see it for yourself. Right, where were we? This one, David Vance. Yeah, we'll also have a look at... for a protest. Right, yeah, just finish up. Now, listen to me very... Especially younger teens, if this is about to go down, if they come to you displaying any sign of aggression, whatever you do or say, it will 90% of the time in physics confrontation. So either this guy is... Abaddon the Destroyer is telling you what to do in these situations where you get confronted by kids. Remove yourself from this, I think he means situation, or be ready to swing with league for force, and if you're outnumbered, look to move slowly toward the object you can use to inflict most damage. Get real, that's not advice. This is someone that... Now, of course, you do get horrible, aggressive kids that slap old people. It happens, yeah. But I don't think generally they do it on a video, which is perfectly framed and never wobbles out of focus. Right, I'm black and I don't assault people at all, nor do I live in the ghetto. Am I also one of them? Yeah, of course, it's got to turn into race, it's got to turn into hatred, it's got to turn into fear, anger. A wonderful message. Big brave woman beta punk wouldn't last long around here. Shall I put my thoughts on it? Perhaps I'll put a link to my video talking about it. Oh, what am I doing? Right, my reply is... The footage doesn't look legit. Designed to create fear, division, and anger. Don't fall for it. ... And then I'll put a link to this vid just quickly. Where are we? We'll see. We'll see if we get any responses. Right, I want to have a look at the chat. Susan says, wearing black and wearing a mask. I don't think he was wearing a mask, actually. Or maybe he was, but... Let's see. He's got his No, in fact, actually, I don't think anyone in this video is wearing a mask. Unless... Yeah, look at this person's face. Unfortunately, this is the best quality of this video you can find. Look at this kid's weird teeth. These aren't right. Something's not right about those teeth. Oh, that's a scrapbook. I'm sorry. That's another. Look at his lip. It's like he's got it pressed against the screen. In fact, I want the whole kid's face in it. Absolutely not correct. Does not match reality. Right, Fish Out of Water says, I understand, but at least I'm removed from a lot of violence, technological weapons, etc. for now. And I have well water from now on. Oh, brilliant. Living out of yeah. Wells would be a wonderful alternative to paying energy companies, well, water companies rather, ridiculous prices to have a natural commodity. But obviously it's got to be clean. But well, yeah, if you know what, I don't envy having to go to a well and draw water out myself. Well, of course, having the luxury of turning taps on is perfect. But it is certainly the thought that you could live with your only water supply being a well, I think would, yeah, makes things curious. Anyway, right. Susan lives in the country, so for now, yes, we're safe, but for how long? Susan says at least we know we have half a chance. Do you know what, Susan? Observe the day of rest, learn the Holy Scriptures and the commandments, and you've got more than half a chance. You've got everything you need. In my opinion, that's always played very well for me. Keep observing the Sabbath days, keep remembering the commandments, and keep learning your scriptures. Okay. You're paying for it recycled sewage and it's not clean. No, it's all been... Don't they put massive amounts of not only fluoride but chlorine into tap water? Ugh. No, thank you. Right. We could probably stay on this vid for an hour, but we're going to look at protests. That was it. Actually, right. If I write peaceful protest and see what the latest news story is on that, it will be, violence breaks out at protest. Or maybe not on this occasion. Yeah, 7th night of violent and looting follows a peaceful protest. Let's see if we see the usual signs. Everyone wearing black and white, okay, that seems to be the colours. 1 or 2 people walking around with either red hats, red hoods, red shirts or red bags. Let's have a look. This is from the 2nd of June 2020, by the way. Yeah, lots of black tops there. A few people with pink jackets for some reason. Let's try and get this big screen. Don't know how well you can see it. There you go. There's your red jacket. There's Mr. Red Jacket. Guaranteed they have to be in. I don't know about every single shot, but they're always there. A guy wearing orange. Everyone else wearing black except. And someone's trashed a cash machine. Wonder if they got anything out of it. Well, no, obviously not, because they... Well, whatever. Right. I hope you can... Right, everyone else going in seems to be wearing black and white. This must have been when the cops got there. What? How weird. The same person that stood around filming them breaking into this window. I mean, the press are there. Oh, right, this is on their way out. I gotcha. This is after they rounded them all up. Brilliant. Okay, we didn't see a lot of the action in that one, did we? Yeah. Oh, there's more to come. Look, can anyone else see? Black, white, black, white, black, white, red, 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 black, white, black, white, black, white, and the occasional orange and blue. Here we go. Everyone in black. Where's Mr. Red? He'll be there somewhere. And I must give credit. There he is. I must give credit to the content creator, Jeffersonian Girl, who on 153 News is very active. She's the one who pointed this out first that I know of. Other people might also have said it, but that's certainly who I learned it from. Oh, of course, lots of people go to protests. I'm not disputing that. 99%, maybe even 99.9% of the people at protests are probably legitimate members of the community or society that actually want to go against what they believe is taking place. But whenever the cameras roll, they will be recording their own people. They won't be recording the likes of... Well, I wouldn't ever go to a protest on a Saturday anyway, but... Right. Let's see what we see here. There we go, Mr. Red Shirt. Everyone has to know who the director is. Black and white. Everyone likes their black and white. Oh, we've got a bit of grey. And again, this is something you always see. Sorry, not always see it, but it's quite a common thing in this, is to see injured civilians carrying injured people away. I mean, yeah, as if. What's even wrong with this woman? Oh, I'll wrap my arms around you and let you carry me, but as long as we all wear masks, we'll be safe. Do you remember? Yeah. Does it seem like a distant memory now? Unfortunately not. And I hope it is a distant memory. Right, someone's left a load of shopping, and I'm not sure what that is. It looks like bags of shopping to me, but mops and cleaning equipment on the floor. Strange. Oh, bottles of water as well, I think. Mad stuff. Again, this this police officer doesn't have to wear a mask. He's that hard. Or maybe this was around the time when it was only reporters having to. I want to see footage of the actual... And here's your star witness. We'll see what this person saw in a minute. I just want to catch up with the chat. David, good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Could you play a video by Beat Worship called The Torture Virus? Or is that not allowed? We'll have a look perhaps tonight before we finish, okay? I know Beat Worship. I used to be subscribed to his channel. I'm not sure if I still am. The Torture Virus. We'll certainly review it before the end of the night, David. That is my pledge. NR, greetings. Good to see you. Yeah, I want to apologise to you, as I know I did say we were going to do an open lines, where I invite people to join the stream. I keep saying... Yeah, I don't know whether Sundays are a good night for you. I know you prefer it. I know you, for some, like 10 o'clock at night, it's just too late to be talking on the phone, and I understand that, particularly being my time. So, yeah. I am, of course, on Skype if anyone wants to join the stream and have a, I could open the Skype call if anyone particularly wants to join for an open lines. But, so yeah, NR, my apologies. I didn't forget. It just, it didn't work out particularly well scheduling. So my apologies, but we will get on there. Right, okay. Don't let me forget then. We'll look at Beat Worship's video before we go. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way. Right. Yeah, if you are just joining us tonight, we're looking at fabricated fear, fabricated hatred, anger, fabricated racial divide. Here's someone who witnessed, and we just got on, they were all colour-coded with their red tops and black jackets. I'm just going to show an example of how much that seems to happen in riots or protests or civil unrest. Always the same red jackets.
What do you think about all of this?
Black people should get the respect that white people do by the cops.
Interesting. This is about race, as Susan has recommended we keep an eye out on protests taking place in... Where did Susan say it was? Let me find it now. Newquay, about immigration hotels. Yeah, I can well imagine we will certainly, when we come back Sunday, we'll see if anything happened at these immigration things, because they're very on par with what we're looking at. You know, the same kind of subjects.
Sweep coming at the same time.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Remember the colour code, so you could say all the crisis actors wear black or white and the directors wear red. But then this could just be someone filming the protests, because as I say, genuine people turn up to protests, but they always get kind of, the press set up in a quiet, secluded area, get their agent provocateurs in, get a few crisis actors in, perform, get the police in and let the police show off, demonstrate, usually coinciding with a drill that they just happen to be practicing, how they handle these sorts of situations.
President announced he planned to deploy the military.
We cannot allow the right...
Keep us in absolute fear. Well, remember when Donald Trump was president? Yeah. For ages, it's been Nicola Bulley that dominates the only place I really see the mainstream news is either on my Twitter feed or on YouTube. There's like a scroll bar of the latest breaking news. It's been Nicola Bulley constantly, and then it was completely wiped off by every media outlet who covered Joe Biden tripping over the stairs. And I thought, is that big news that every single media outlet had to cover it? Or did every single media outlet purchase the news story from the same source? Or just hire the same companies to present them news? Right, let's see what's going on here.
The city's police chief taking a knee with
Nothing.
protesters.
Look how many cameras are here. What are they expecting to see? They know we're going to film this police officer, something good's going to happen. Or else why would so many people be filming?
They're over here that thinks Minnesota was justified.
Wow, this guy is good. Before he even started talking, he was surrounded by the camera crew. How does that work? Look, they've all got focused on this one guy at this protest. There's someone with a microphone. Every camera you can find, every phone you can find. If we've got an artist just to draw it, it's that important. We need people documenting this moment, because it's big. This guy is about to hug someone and talk to the microphone. At the moment, he's just a police officer. Weird.
At one point, the city's police chief taking a knee with protesters.
Ah, right. The police, gotcha. That's why they were filming him. Well, all the camera crew were ready for that. That is blatantly staged for the cameras. The photo opportunity.
Over here that thinks Minnesota was justified. We stand with you.
And speaking of people coming in...
Look at those gimp masks. Right, I'm not sure if we're going to see any more angry protesting going on. I know it happened in Bristol quite recently, which is close to me. Fairly local to me. Violent... Let's see, I searched for violent protests, Bristol. Let's see if the same colour coding comes in. Right. Where are we looking? Protesters attacking Bristol. Wow, didn't it make Australian news?
Police officers have been attacked and their cars set alight during violent clashes with protesters in the city of Bristol in the UK.
That never happened. That is rubbish. police officers were set alight in their cars. Is that what he said? No, I don't think so. All we ever saw. Now, if such a thing had happened, we'll see. We'll see.
Set alight during violent clashes.
Oh.
Set alight during.
Sorry, not gone back far enough.
Police officers have been attacked and their cars set alight during.
Attacked, comma, and their cars set alight. Not with them in the cars. My mistake. That isn't what he said.
Violent clashes with protesters in the city of Bristol in the UK. Thousands had gathered earlier in the day.
Remember the colour schemes? Black, maybe white, and someone wearing red, or a few people wearing their red. Let's see.
COVID restrictions before.
I can see a red hat just behind this person here. I hope you can see the screen all right.
Marching.
There's a red jacket. Not quite the colour, well, not quite the shade that we often see, but it's definitely red.
To a station in the city centre. As darkness fell, dozens turned to violence. Police say some of the demonstrators set a number of vehicles on fire and...
Right, what's going on here? You've got a whole line of police here, just watching all these people with their phones. Wow.
Vandalised police buildings. One local police commander has described the scenes as absolutely...
Where's Mr. Red Shirt? There he is. I hope you can see him there. Just above the word Bristol. There's Mr. Red Shirt. He has to be in every shot, I think.
Disgraceful. One officer suffered a broken...
Yeah, there he is.
arm. Another has broken ribs.
2 police officers are in hospital after hundreds of protesters clashed with
Let's
police.
see if the BBC have got any better footage.
And the police themselves who
Oh no, they've got exactly the same rubbish. Because they purchased the same news story as Sky Australia.
in the target.
What does that say on the side of the van? Per wagon? Pack wagon? I don't know. Before, after graffitiing it, they torched it. Oh, David says Nicola Bulley had 2 friends, Jill Peck and Charlotte Drake, both 33 in gematria. Actually, yeah, one of our regular contributors to the live chat and to my comments in general, Mudlark, mentioned a striking similarity Nicola's husband has to a reporter, and I thought we might look at that tonight. Right, we'll just see if we spot Mr. Redshirt in this next
Vans and a police car
this
set on
next
fire.
bit of
Fireworks
footage.
thrown into the crowd. It's the central police station here in Bristol, but you can see
Nothing's
the
going
end of
on in
this
this one.
city centre street, but also the side roads too, and they're doing it from behind. But there's still about 1,000 people in here, and now they're being left with nowhere to go.
They all wore black, of course.
Protesters here holding banners, concerned, they say, that the UK is becoming a police state. The Kill the Bill.
Oh, we've seen all this, yeah. They've all got the same footage. Nothing new there. Right, we won't, yeah. We'll have a look at the Nicola Bulley case. Do you know what the, oh, hang on one sec. Do you know what the actual, who found Nicola Bulley? I'm not sure if you're familiar with this story, that one. Who found it? It was apparently a psychic, and I think that's how they're rounding this particular story out. Right, I'll just bring my
I've been watching
screen back up, and yeah, this is Nicola Bulley, psychic, says his gift guided him to her location. This is the person that found her, apparently. Oh, right.
kanji since they started. Like, been
Oh,
real.
this is an advert, of course. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these. This is the Daily Record. They bought the. Yeah, they bought this pre-put together video of the story. I don't think he actually gets interviewed, though. We might see him interviewed. I don't think so. It's all just pictures with text written on it. I could make news like this. Right, Psychic says his gift guided him to Nicola Bully's location. This is actually how the body was found. What a joke. As if this goes on. The body of the mother of two was pulled from the river, and supposedly it was, a significant search. Yeah, we all know that. 14 miles to the sea. Yeah, we will look at the two people, Jill Peck and Charlotte Drake, both 33. I'm sure the numbers will come up everywhere. Are we going to see him get interviewed? I bet we don't hear him talking. Nope, just still photos. Her body was found by Jason Dean Rothwell. He and a friend were seen alongside the river wire at the weekend, appearing to assist. I wonder how old he is. Whether they'll tell us. And of course, he's a psychic. He's a medium. He dresses like a woman. That's a blouse, isn't it? Or not? Who knows? I bet he's very clean shaven. I will point that out. Yeah. In a statement, he also claims to have helped with the recovery of Michael Brooks, a 19-year-old who was found in a Lancashire village, Lancashire River. Do you know what? There's nothing like someone's death to promote your spiritual abilities. Like, this came out, I think, certainly within a week of the body. Well, it must have been a week. She was only found on Sunday. And this guy's coming out, you know, come to me and have your fortune told. Cross his palm with silver, and he'll do and say anything you want. Right, yesterday morning, oh, here we go. This was how she was found, apparently. Crazy stuff. Who would have thought it would end like that, with a medium having to find the person? Yesterday morning, it was myself and a friend who reported and assisted the police in the recovery of a body. Let's see if they mention anything about there. I was not asked by the police or Nicola's family to become involved in this case, but having seen the wild speculation and hurtful commentary that has been ongoing, yeah, what did you do? And having previously assisted in the recovery of Michael Brooks, I decided to use whatever gift it was we mediums possess to try and locate Nicola. Wouldn't it be ironic, or funny, not ironic, wouldn't it be curious if the story ended with this Michael Brooks, he knew where all the bodies were because he was the one dumping them? I don't think that it will play out like that, but that would be quite humorous. Not humorous, in a sick kind of way it would. Let's see what else. What other statements does he make? That's it. So, yeah, Nicola Bully. Right, John Kay, I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with that reporter. No, it's Jon. I think it's John Kay or John Fox or something. Oh, I need to learn to spell. Right, images. This is him. This one is coming from Mudlark. Now, I am generally quite a suspicious person anyway when it comes to the people used in these stories. So, for me, it's not a stretch. Nicola Bully husband. This image, actually this was one I came across. Oh, where's John Kay? There is, you know... Right, how unhuman does this woman's mouth look in this picture? Have you ever in your life known someone who could do this, who could smile like this, whose mouth could smile like that? That is not reality. That is freak show land. That is, as you would say, one for the scrapbook. They appear everywhere. They're constantly coming up in... Oh. So, yeah, what do we reckon? Nicola, apparently her husband and her, in inverted commas, do not share the same surname. He is called something different. Paul Ansell. Now, of course, look at his hair. His forehead in this image. Does anyone else see something slightly off about that head? I'm not sure. Maybe it's... Oh, what happened there? Maybe it's just me, I guess. Oh, the image is gone. That's alright, we can work with that. For me, the features, the eyes, just look way too tiny. They don't take enough. They don't take up enough of the skull to be, you know, they're not in proportion. Greetings to Nathan Oakley. Good to see you in the chat. Please move your mobile phone to a different location. We can hear the Wi-Fi. Wow, is that what that is? Yeah, I use it to monitor the live chat, so thanks for the suggestion. I hope it wasn't too off-putting. Okay, well, I haven't got Wi-Fi on, but perhaps it's... Let's try one other thing. Yeah, I need mobile data on, obviously, to keep track of it, but thanks for letting me know if there was causing interference. I do very much appreciate that. Yeah, I do occasionally get things like a bit of static on the... I don't know what causes it. It's probably me fidgeting with a cable and it keeps working in and out. But anyway, thank you for the... Thank you for the feedback. I do appreciate that. It's gone. Glad to hear. Susan says Joker's mouth. Yeah, something's weird about that. Speaking about the size of people's skulls, Susan, I think it was you mentioned Poncho Pete. I saw one of his live streams where he's got an overlay of the human skull. Let's see. Male and female skulls. I'm not sure if this yeah, it was a... Anyway, yeah, you can overlay and it shows you whether it's a masculine or feminine one, I guess. That might be something we could try and match up together one day. Wow, that's a big... Right, we've actually had our hour. We've had the Bobzee hour. It's bobbed up and gone now. So it could be a Bobzee overrun episode, I guess. But we are going to keep this to an hour, actually. Right, perhaps in the next stream, I'm going to steal what... I'm going to steal Poncho Pete's idea and compare some of these images to the skeleton and see whether they match up with the male or female ones. Right. Yeah, that is what we're going to use. I tell you what, I'll do a quick demonstration of how I would steal Poncho Pete's. Right, so we need this guy's image. We would go... Right, we'd nab that. Mark up capture. Save it. Right. Open it with GIMP or GIMP. I'm sure Mr. Poncho Pete wouldn't mind us doing such a thing. Right, is this computer powerful enough to run both OBS and GIMP? Right, where's the other image we had? There we go. Yeah, and we'll see which one overlays best. You know, this might be one, although the one Pete had in his stream, it had oh, let me think. Yeah, the mouth's very small. This guy's eyes are very low down. It had like the ratios for what the male skull is and what the female skull has, which this doesn't have. But yeah, it might be something I consider doing. Although, yeah, I don't know if Poncho Pete's... Right, does that need to be enlarged? Let's just... Sorry, I could make it a lot bigger for you guys. Right, can we make the skull a little bit larger? I don't know. I'm trying to line up the teeth, the eyes. Yeah, maybe this will be something we'll look at in the next episode. Because, yeah, I think our hour has more or less come to an end. Yeah, for his eyes to be there. Okay. How does it... Oh my goodness, what have I done? Right, how does it line up with the female skull? I don't know, you guys would have to be the judges of that one. In fact, it kind of needs a little turn as well. Would that be a bit more accurate? I'm not sure. Okay, I could do this all night, but I said it would be an hour, and that's what it's gonna be. So we did say we were gonna look at oh, what was the guy's name? Beat Worship, before we went out for the night. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still subscribed to him. And what was the name of the video? Let's see. The torture virus. Okay. We could play this for the last couple of minutes. How long does it go on for? I've used that clip. Well, maybe not the exact same one. I've already thumbed it up actually, so I have seen this video. I will put a link to it in the live chat for you guys if you want to watch it in your own time. But yeah, perhaps we could do a little review of it. Right, what's the name of it? Of course, all these links will appear in the description of this video after we're finished. And and I try and put cards. Nathan just unsubscribed from Poncho. Yeah, I think it was Susan or someone recommended I subscribed to him, and some of his, the live stream I saw, to be fair, was just the skull overlaid and not much was going on. And I think if you're doing a live stream, you kind of need to be presenting stuff. But then again, yeah, I'm not on about Poncho Pete when I say this, but I've seen some people's live streams and they're just sat there eating their lunch or eating their tea. And I thought, well, whatever. If people might want to watch someone else eat their meals, but yeah, I can understand. So if he's not your thing, fair enough. I'm glad you're not unsubscribed from me though, Nathan. I wanted to let you guys know actually another channel I am a fan of, and let me see, Jason. Yeah, he gave me, well, I say he mentioned that he was after what did he call them? Bible scribes, scripture scribes, and said he wanted some help. Oh, that's not the one. Said he wanted some help with rendering or writing some of the Holy Scriptures, and I thought, you know what? I've got this wonderful new machine which can run Word and do it all really quickly. So I thought, why not put a bit back? And I offered him my help, and I've actually been, where are we? I've been working on Revelation, and it involves, just turning this text from a PDF onto Word. They have where is it? They do have a instructional video. I'm not sure where it is. It might be, this guy's got quite a lot of channels, to be honest. But just, want to say, I'm putting something back after, very generously receiving a wonderful piece of equipment. I'm using that to help these guys with their, here we go, we need scripture scribes, be part of something good. I'm going to put a link, if anyone's, it can be quite time consuming. And but what they're doing is they're putting a wonderful translation of it's Torah and the Scriptures is the website you want. Is that, sorry, it's not Torah and the Scriptures. What's the name of his? Yahuwah and the Torah .com.net. Oh, it's not that. Perhaps I should have just, unless I've got it way off. Yeah, here we are. Okay, we are going to be winding down. I am going to look at Beat Worship's video in a minute. Before we do, scripture source downloads. They've got up now Jacob, which is James, and this is one that I was able to help them with. Why is it in a... Okay. Yeah, you can get Word docs, Google Docs. I'm going to leave a link to this. Why does it keep opening up? Anyway, whatever. Yeah, this was all rendered by me, and I'm very grateful I could offer that bit of help. Right, we're not getting any... Right. Let's see what's Nathan saying. This is better than Poncho Pete. Do you know what, Nathan? I do appreciate you saying that. I will say, though, Poncho Pete, maybe it's because he's very regular. He must get about... let me think. 4 times as many views, many people watching his live streams than I do. So, he must be doing something right, I guess. But fair enough if it's not your thing. You said he used to cover Flat Earth back in the day, and you appeared on shows with him. I did not know that, actually. So, he's been around quite a long time then. Yeah, I only heard about Poncho Pete. Susan, I'm sure it was you that told me about him, but it might not have been. Everyone I watch, I hold reservations, but don't shoot the messenger. Listen to the message and decide for ourselves. Yeah, we've mentioned him a lot, so should we give him a mention? Yeah, I'm going to leave a link to this particular website where you can download some really cool, a really good translation of some of the scriptures, some of which I've helped compile, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do that. And of course it was Nathan, thanks to your assistance, generosity, I'm able to contribute to this project. So yeah, there's the link. Right. Beat Worship's video, where are we? I'm sure I showed a link to it. Have I closed it down? I think I probably have. Let's see. Beat Worship. Okay, that's not enough. Maybe I'm using the... There we go. the torture virus. We'll watch a couple of minutes just to see what it's about then, and then we'll come back and I'll be winding down for the night because it's already overrun by 15 minutes. Yes, it was you, Susan. I thought it was. And Nathan says, do you know what a Poncho Pete is? I have absolutely no idea. I'm guessing it's an item of clothing, but you'll probably tell me it's some sordid act that... Anyway, so yeah, by all means, Nathan, please let us know what a Poncho Pete is. Could it be rhyming slang? Poncho Pete, cheat, someone that cheats. Poncho Pete's feet, someone that... I don't know. I'm guessing it's Cockney rhyming slang, but I have absolutely no idea, so please let us know. Right, we're going to watch 30 seconds of this, and I'm going to unmute myself.
The Stasi developed new techniques in psychological torture.
Nun könnte ich ja sagen, ich war wirklich ein Widerstandskämpfer, ja, wie die Akte es sagt, aber ich hatte große, große Angst vor ihnen. Denn sie haben gedroht, meine Eltern zu verhaften. Sie haben...
Okay. Right, I won't watch too much of this. I will recommend you to watch it in your own time. I have showed a link, am I right?
The Stasi developed new techniques in psychological torture.
Nun könnte ich ja sagen...
Yeah, links to this video will be in the description. I can't remember when I watched it. When did he upload it? A year ago. It must have been quite a while ago that I saw it then. I'll have to watch it again and give you some actual feedback on it, but...
It was completely silent in this prison, and the only noise you heard frequently was the banging of the cell doors and the knocking of the bolts. And
so it's about a prison that they torture people in. Okay, I will certainly give that a look, and I'd recommend anyone tuning in tonight to have a look. Nathan, it's too rude for the chat. You'll have to look it up. Okay, thank you. I will. And you're not sure looking for truth with his stuff. Sorry, I just don't access it in that way. I don't consider Pete a liar. He's never lied to me. Yeah, I know. I don't think you weren't completely convinced at my suggestion that one of the... Who was it? It was that actress who went on EastEnders, Patsy Kensit. I don't think you completely bought my suggestion that there might be more to Patsy than meets the eye. But yeah, absolutely. You know, that is. Oh, I've got my phone by the computer again, so I hope it wasn't causing any issues. Perhaps I should look at some of Pete's previous stuff then. I am still subscribed to him. As I said, we will just have a quick look at his channel as we have been talking about the guy. That's not the right place to get it from. Let's see. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people that I am subscribed to, and I don't tune in. In fact, Nathan, you're obviously a regular YouTuber, and I watch a lot of your stuff. For some reason, I'm not able to leave any comments on your channel. Yeah, on your live streams, they don't come through for some reason, so I'm wondering if I'm blocked or something. Where is he? I must still be subscribed to him. LMNOP. Maybe I'm not then. That's strange. I used to be. I know I unsubscribed from some other guy that... Maybe I unsubscribed to him also. This is it. Poncho Pete, Son of Man. So is Son of Man a reference to Jesus? I mean, is that quite an offensive title then? Yeah, that's what I saw. Pretty much the whole of the live stream that I saw. You've got this one image here of the video, and it was just stuck on, you know, pretty much that for a long time. And yeah, so I can understand if it's not to everyone's taste. How long's he been about? Just out of interest, he's been going since 2019. Well, at least with this channel. Right. Okay, we are gonna kind of wrap up now, as it's 9:20, and yeah, maybe this will be a Bobzee Hour overrun. I could just stick the name overrun on my stream. Before we go, actually, we are gonna I'm gonna share a link. Let me see, where are we? Okay, we're gonna start wrapping up now. Okay, right. I am getting lost. There we go. This is what we're looking for. Actually, no, not that. Right, I'm going to put a link to Poncho Pete's channel then, just as we were discussing the guy. I think it's only fair. But if it turns out that what his channel name means is something really offensive and like almost like blasphemous, then perhaps I won't be. Yeah. And was I subscribed to him? That's the other thing I want to know. Yes, I am. But so, because his name's G2G, right? Which I guess stands for got to go, or who knows. Right, we are just about done for the night. I want to thank Susan, Nathan. Let's see, was it just Susan and Nathan tonight? David, NR, and Fish Out of Water for taking the time to comment in the live chat. If anyone wants to say hi before we wind up for the night, you've got about 2 minutes. Right, I would also want to take the chance to show my appreciation to Linda Mack and Skeptic936 who both are sponsoring this channel. If you want to do likewise, you can check me out over on Patreon. Let's lose that overlay. Another way you can support this channel is by clicking the thumbs up button before you leave. Wow, that's not lined up, is it? Hang on. Let's see. Right, that's a bit messy, hey? Okay, yeah. If you want to hit the thumbs up before you leave this evening, then yeah, I would always thank you for doing that. We're going to play it with my... Oh, Susan says don't forget to hit the like button. Absolutely, Susan. I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask more of you people than that. I'd be much appreciated. Okay, I'm not sure. I'll probably end up... I'm going to desperately try and do at least 2 of these a week. And yeah, in the meantime, I recommend you guys have a look at the Yehoah and the Torah channel, and some of the scriptures they share over there are incredible. Okay, I'll certainly be back Sunday with my regular stream, and also just to let you know, the BZ show isn't completely gone. We will be back with it soon. I just trying a new name, trying something different for a change. The Bobzee Hour. I think I kind of like it. Sort of the name. Yeah, better than the Bob BZ show. It's an awful lot. It's a high amount of syllables to be saying. Bobzee Hour, much easier, much quicker. We're bobbing in and out of mainstream media. Okay, Phil Wright, greetings. You're tuning in just as we're about to finish. By the way, unless you're just saying hi before we leave, which is very much appreciated. Yeah, if you have only just tuned in, I recommend you scroll back to the beginning. We looked at the video on... Where was it? It was the video over on... Well, on Twitter, and why this is not as it seems. Yeah, to watch it would make you feel sick. This guy just out of nowhere slaps this person. By the way, look at this tweet on Twitter. Again, I'll put a link to the tweet in the show notes. And she does not move a muscle. Not 1 inch, not one jot. Just about to get hit and doesn't move a muscle. Stays stock still. Who knows why she would do that? Frozen with fear, perhaps. Okay, I'm going to bid you all a good night now, and thanks for taking the time to tune in. Okay, let's just put our audio up on our outro. Okay, one and all, take care. I'll be back Sunday, hope you're around. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and especially you guys in the live chat. Okay, have a good one, and good night.